What is going on, guys? PXCam20 back in with a brand new video. We are now on GT Sports today as we are doing our very first iRacing race on iRacing as we are at with WeatherTech Laguna Seca in the Mazda 5 series cars. So first race here on iRacing. Very exciting to do this as it's a little bit nerve-wracking because it's, again, a lot of people talk about this game being very simulating heavy and basically being like the closest thing you can get to real life competitive racing. So I was really looking forward to it because in GT Sport we get a lot of rammers and a lot of just some dirty racing that happens, but sometimes you could also get some clean racing. But I was expecting, my first race here on iRacing where I'm gonna race against some good clean drivers and get some competitive close racing. And you can see that we are here in, I think, ranked number 12th or 11th compared to everybody else. So we're just going to go onto the practice lap and see if we can try to help ourselves out. You can see already a car actually gets loose there. So going to the handling physics of this car and on this game, it's very different from GT Sport. It's a lot more oversteer compared to GT Sport. GT Sport tends to have a lot more of understeer. And on this game with the wheel, it's just you have to be a lot more sensitive. And you can get a lot of snap over, so you can see already we are going out to the dirt and we are almost losing it there as we come up onto the track. But we just had to get used to the car and just get used to the handling physics, and I think we would be okay if as long as we can keep it on the racetrack and just be consistent, as I'm going to be aiming for a podium. Now, before we jump into the race, if you guys really enjoy the content, we're trying to reach a goal of 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you guys enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video, as it really helps out the channel when you guys do so. Anyways, that's enough promoting myself. Let's jump straight into qualifying. Now, as we jump into qualifying, we're just waiting for the green quality button to work, and we actually have to come out of the pits here. So it's a little bit different than GT Sport, as we actually do everything manual, from coming out to the pits, avoiding going over the speed limit, to actually going to the racetrack. So coming past to our first flyer lap, we get a 142.5, which actually gives us a good enough time to be on the pole. So I really was not expecting that, as we are now coming into our second flyer lap and seeing if we can improve our time. So coming out of the final corner here, we're going back onto the straightaway. You can see that we are about 4/10 up on our previous lap, and it's just going more and more to the right, which is good for us as we are coming down to the start finish line. What are we going to get here? We actually gain almost about 5/10 as we actually get a 142.048, but unfortunately that's not going to give us a pole. But we are going to finish in second, or not finish, but start in second for the race. So I was very eager to go to the race in second place, as again we're just going to be aiming for a podium here for our very first race, and if we can get a win and pull off a win, that would be awesome here. But coming to the start finish line, there was actually a little bit of a problem, as I was feeling a little bit something weird with the wheel. So I decided to go to the steering controls, and I was gonna mess with it, but then I decided last minute, let me just leave it. I did pretty well with it, but I'll fix the steering wheel afterwards. But you can see right here that we actually get a missed start. So I'm not sure what happened when it said that we had a minute and 30 seconds left to get to our race, but for some reason we missed the start, and we are actually starting the race in the pit road, as we are seeing the cars fly right by us on the racetrack, and we're held stuck in pit road as we're waiting to go onto the track. And we have to get onto the track now as soon as possible, as the cars are already on their first lap heading into turn number 2 and to turn number 3, and we're here stuck on pit road just trying to get out and trying to catch up to them now. So already off to a bad start, as we were in second place, or we were supposed to start in second place, but now we are all the way down in 12th place as we come into their first lap now, coming to the middle of the track. So coming to the middle of the track now, you can see there's a car going slow, so not sure what happened to him. I'm not sure if he's got damage, because that's one thing that is different from GT Sports, that you do get damage on these cars. But you can see he's swerving left and right, so I tried avoiding contact with him, as you can see I had to brake very early and avoid missing him, as he actually just parked on the apex for some reason. But we're able to get around him, so we are actually promoted into 11th place. As we see, we have a yellow flag up ahead, and there's a car spun out on the left hand side there as we head into the straightaway, leading us into the corkscrew. So already 2 positions up, but we should be in second place fighting for first place. But I mean, I don't know what happened there. We made the mistake of tinkering with our wheel, And this is the result here, as we are now in, I believe, 10th place now as we jump up further into lap number 2. So coming to lap number 2, we're heading to the first couple corners, and we actually brake very, very late. We actually miss our apexes there, as it's very, very twitchy, this car, and you have to be very, very precise and just be consistent. It's really, really difficult. As you can see, I'm just getting so much oversteer and shifting the car to the left and to the right, just trying to catch a break as we head into this right-hander here. And right ahead of us, there's 4 cars, so we're just trying to do everything we can to catch up to us, and hopefully they can fight with each other so it can slow them down. As you can see, one of the cars actually goes into the dirt, and we're just catching up to them now as we come into the final corner. So coming to the final corner on lap number 2, you can see how much time we actually gained on the cars ahead of us, as again, they've just been fighting with each other, so that should help us out now as we come down to the straightaway. Going right behind them on the slipstream, we're just gonna see if we can try to catch up to them now as we come into lap number 3. Coming to the first couple of corners here, you can see that all 3 of these cars actually get very, very loose, and they all go to the dirt. Not sure exactly what happened there, but as we come into this left hand, you see there's another car spun out, and that is 4 positions easily that we get because of, I don't know what happened. There was someone made a mistake or something as we come into the replay, and it just looks like the red car ahead just slams on the brakes for some reason and takes out the other 2 cars, the green and the orange car. And you can see that there's another car parked on the right hand side, but I mean, lucky for us that the cars kind of wrecked each other out. Not sure exactly what happened there, but we are now promoted into, I believe, 5th place, as the telemetry doesn't actually update until you cross the start finish line. So it now says that we're in 9th place, but I believe we're in 5th place, as we are now still on lap number 3, as we're just focusing on catching the black Mazda ahead of us there as we come into the left-hander. So coming to the left-hander here, that's going to lead into the straightaway to the bridge. We're still right behind the black Mazda here as we come into this fast left-hander, and this has actually been my best spot here, as I was able to make up a lot of time. As you can see, there's another car on the inside, and he actually goes back into the racetrack, and we almost run into him, as we had to take evasive action and make a last-minute judgment to go to the left-hand side, and luckily we were able to avoid him, and we are now promoted into 4th place. That really scared me, as I thought we were going to run into the back of him, but luckily we were able to do so as we're heading to the left-hander. You see the car ahead of us now is just bunny hopping. Not sure what the hell is going on in this race. As I mean, like, crazy things are happening. Cars are spinning out, cars are taking each other out, cars are jumping in mid-air like Daffy Duck. I don't know what the heck is going on, but somehow we're in 4th place as we jump up further into the race. So coming further into the race now, we are on lap number 4, and we're right behind the black car, as we still have about 7 laps left going into this fast left-hander. You see he's still bunny hopping as we head into his left-hander, heading down to the straightaway. And I'm just trying to keep my distance here, because I'm not sure if it's lag or what the heck is happening, as I don't want to get too close to him, as you can see he's just popping in and out and just jumping on the racetrack. And I don't want to, like I said, get too close to him and then have him lag into me, and then we end up wrecking each other because of the lag. So just very, very confused about him jumping, as it's very, really distracting. You can see we almost miss our apex there, and we just have to kind of just keep focusing on the racetrack and not focus on him jumping up and down, left and right. As we are coming to the final corner now, we are staying right behind the black car, as we're going to try to get a wide entrance here and try to get a good exit coming onto the straightaway. So coming to the straightaway, we're right behind him as we are in the slipstream, going to the left hand, as we did get a better run than him. We're trying to move on to the inside, as you see he's blinking in and out, but we are on the left side now as we're coming to the inside, heading to this left-hander. Are we going to be able to make the move? We brake as late as we can, and we are able to, as he actually backs out of the move there. And we are now promoted into the podium as we are in 3rd place. So now we are setting our sights on the white car ahead of us and hoping we can catch up to him now as we come into lap number, I believe it's 7. So coming to lap number 7, we are following the white car right ahead of us as we're heading to the corkscrew. You can just see how much time we actually gain on him, as the red car behind us gets very, very close to us, almost made contact with us. As you can see him in the mirror, he got really, really close, but he backed out of there, and we were able to kind of pull away from him, as I think he just outbraked himself going into the corkscrew, almost ran to the back of us, realized his mistake, and had to just slow down as they come out of the corkscrew. So coming out of this right-hander, we can see how much we're gaining time on the white car, as he's taking some really, very interesting racing lines as we come into the final corner. Almost onto his back bumper now, as he gets very, very loose, and he actually goes all the way to the left-hand side and slams into the wall. And that is going to be P2 for us. Very, very easy, as you see what happened here. He just gets onto the curbing, loses it coming out of the final corner, and he heads straight into the wall, damages his entire front end of the car. and now we are in second. So now, can we try to catch up to first place as we head now into the final lap? And unfortunately, we are not going to be able to, as he was about 16 seconds ahead of us. And again, this was my first race, so I didn't know how much I can push the car. I didn't know where my tire wear was going to be at. So I just kind of wanted to run consistent laps and just keep on my own pace, and if not push the issue, so I don't end up like one of the other guys that were wrecking out throughout the race. But coming to the final couple corners, we come out of this right-hander, and I get a very loose as I get a little bit of a snap oversteer coming to the dirt. But coming to the final corner, we're able to save it, and first place is able to cross the start finish line again, 16-17 seconds ahead of us. As we come out of the final corner, going to the straightaway, we're gonna finish our very first ranked iRacing race in second place. And we take the checkered flags there, as I can't believe that we were, started in second place, had to start on the pits because I missed the grid. I don't know how that happened, but somehow we missed the grid when it said, we had a minute and 30 seconds left to get ready. But very proud of the racing, as well, not the racing, but very proud of how we did on this race, as yeah, we just got kind of lucky, as I think like 5 or 6 cars took each other out, or took themselves out. So that really helped us out, as we were able to just capitalize on all their mistakes and easily just get ahead of all of them. And I think we only made like one real overtake on this race, but I'll take it, as again, this was my first race. So very interested to see how the rest of the other races are going to be when we start going into different types of races and on different types of tracks. So a very interesting first experience on iRacing. Again, a lot of ramming and just a lot of kind of dirty racing, some stuff that I saw and some weird things I saw. But anyways, if you guys found this video very entertaining, again, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video, as it really helps out the channel when you guys do so. And I hope you guys really found this video entertaining. If you guys did, I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace out.